An idea. Inventions. Industrial designs. Trademarks. Do you know how many ideas, inventions, and industrial designs are being created each year? Are being stayed away from commercializing and are being kept at libraries and research centers? Did you know industrial prosperity will only happen in countries where ideas and inventions enter the industry continuously? And did you know that science and technology experts in most countries are concerned about the science and industry connections loss? Newspapers always remind of the fear of idea theft that inventors and idea owners have, which always stops them from trusting to investors. On the other hand, investors won't spend their money until they fully understand what the invention is. This is only if the idea owner and investor could find each other, as in most cases, there is no established mechanism to match these two parties. Now let's put ourselves in inventors' shoes. What would we really do if we were an inventor with an incredible invention and keen on having it mass-produced safely? We would like to introduce you the intellectual property market of Iran Fara Bourse, a market launched by Iran Fara Bourse based on intellectual property rights to play the role of the lost ring which may connect science and industry. Intellectual property market of Iran Fara Bourse has been launched to be a way for inventors and idea owners to commercialize their ideas and inventions much easier. This market is also a place for industry owners to access new opportunities to evolution take place in their industry. In this market, even idea owners and inventors could find a good investor to launch a new business. Maybe there are a lot of people who have an invention or idea and think could get rich overnight. But in fact, this wouldn't happen until an investor pays for the idea. This means partnership and intellectual property market has set up a place to join these two sides of supply and demand in order to reach a profitable investment together. You surely agree that 10% ownership of a company with $10 million capitals is much better than 100% ownership in a company with $100,000 capitals. Same thing applies when an investor buys 90% of ownership of an invention. Then with a mutual effort between inventor and investor, they could reach profit and consequently increase their market share. Trademarks, inventions, industrial designs, plant breeders' rights, literary and artistic property rights can be converted to exchange-traded securities, which are called intellectual property-based securities. In fact, if you have an intellectual property which could be put in one of these categories, it can be offered at IFB. Now you could present your ideas in Fara Bourse intellectual property market through following four methods. First, you could personally present your IP-based securities at Iran Fara Bourse and sell the ownership of your idea and invention to another person. Second, you could create a private joint stock company which its asset is intellectual property. Then you can offer its shares at IP market. In this method, you will share your invention with an investor to commercialize it. In the third and fourth method, you transfer the license of your intellectual property for a limited time and a certain amount to the third party. There are some steps required to be passed to prepare the intellectual property to be offered at IP market of IFB. First step is that an applicant must go through recognized supply advisors. Then, prepare and deliver documents to IFB. Post that, initial reviews and queries will be carried out by IFB, And finally, our offering committee will authorize the invention. Once you complete these steps, Fara Bourse then will bring your invention to the market for sale. IFB is one of the 4 exchanges in Iran and is operating under supervision of SEO, and we provide securitization services to businesses. IP market is a new market at IFB which convert intellectual property to security and monitor transaction of this security. Some advantages of launching IP market of IFB are as developing research based on practical conclusions in a scientific environment, connecting universities to industrial and manufacturing sectors via a capital market, evaluating inventors' achievements and sponsoring to encourage innovation, increasing efficiency of production through plans of scholars' expertise, protecting inventors' rights in a regulated environment of capital market, protecting buyers' rights by valuing the idea and price discovery through bid and ask mechanism, and finally to develop activity culture in a capital market. Intellectual property market of IFB is a connection ring between science and industry in the market. We hope our market industries could thrive by this market through the entrance of new ideas and plans.